All right, y'all. Ask and you shall receive. Now, with that being said, President Trump attends a meeting and photo opportunity with Black leaders. Let's go. What is good, y'all? This is your girl, Queen Berry, coming to y'all with yet another reaction. Now, look. I asked and I definitely received it, so I appreciate you for, sending me the link, because I was, on this new journey of expanding my knowledge. I keep stating that, and I'm learning so much. Not only am I learning, I'm definitely researching on everything and anything I write down. So thank y'all so much for all like the documentaries that y'all put me on. I started watching Death of a Nation. Oh my God, y'all. It is Uncle Tom. I'm getting ready to start the 2, and I'm going to give my reviews on these when I finish. But when I tell y'all, it's amazing, and it brings so much light to me, so much understanding, and just me pulling these names and researching, like finding out about, Liz and Adam, and being that they were Republicans and they flipped the script, accusing Trump for, January 6th, the election being rigged, and going towards even trying to get him impeached and stuff. So it's just like, wow. And this is stuff that I researched, okay? And so many other stuff. I'm on to Margaret Sanger. I'm researching that, y'all, getting a little bit more knowledge of who she is before I actually do a reaction to her. But what I've read so far, I'm just blown. Like, oh my gosh, this is really... Is this really like for real? So it's crazy. So with that being said, I've already learned, was Trump a racist by me researching and just, watching some of the greatest, from Candace Owens to Larry Elder to Jesse Peterson, Jordan Peterson, all this, y'all. I'm finding out so much. So we finna find out today. Now, I've done my research, so I know you all have to do your research for the ones who are new. Okay, and on this path. So this is just been a southern, add to my truth. Okay? The truth that's in the pudding. And this is, y'all clearly looking at the screen and see Trump, and I see a black sister next to him. So, word of lies. This is not finna lie. This is the proof. So with that being said, hey, let's get into it, y'all. Now, this is an hour and 8 minutes long, so y'all already know it's going to be a part 1. This is part 1. There's definitely going to be a part 2. So y'all stay tuned in, and let's get into it. Let's go. No need to wait no more. Let's go, y'all.
Some of the black leaders of our country, and people that are highly respected, and people that have done a fantastic job, and for the most part have been working on this whole situation with me right from the beginning.
Yeah. Yes.
And we've done a lot. We've done opportunity zones, we've done criminal justice reform, we've done things that people didn't even think possible. Criminal justice reform, we've let a lot of great people out of jail.
Yes. Oh! Ooh. Hold on, y'all. I gotta run it back for the ones that was saying, was Trump a racist, just so y'all can see, because what I see in that room, hold up, pause. Look, just take a look, y'all. Hold on, let's start that over.
A lot of great people out of jail.
Yes. You see that? Do you see it? Can we move on? All right, let's go. Just trying to make sure y'all can see what I see. Wow. All right, well, let's get back into it, y'all. I just want to make sure y'all see it. See what I see. A room full of blacks. All right. Let's get back into it.
Johnson is really just such a great example, a fine woman, and she doesn't say she didn't do, she made a mistake. But she was in there for 22 years when we let her out, and she had practically another 20 left.
She did.
Wow.
That's not
Her
appropriate.
children grew up, her grandbaby.
Yeah, no, so incredible.
Dang.
And you couldn't produce, there's nobody in Hollywood that could have produced that last scene of her. That was the real deal.
Amen.
Of her when she saw her kids. Yeah?
Amen.
And her family.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
it's really a fantastic thing. So what I think I do is I'd like to, for the media, I'd like to go around the room and we can do just a quick introduction of each other. And I'll start with me. My name is Donald John Trump.
I know they know it. Wow.
4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more.
Great things in store and a lot of interesting times. And you've been seeing the polls. The polls have been incredible.
Yes.
We've had some polls with, and I could say black, I could say African American,
That's right.
I could say both.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, the polls are at a level that people have never, I don't think they've seen in terms of Republican. And I won't be satisfied until I get 100% because nobody has
Awesome.
done more for black people. I appreciate we've been in this together and what we've accomplished for black people, for the country.
Yes,
for
right.
black
Yes.
people
That's right.
Has been unprecedented, I believe. Terrence, please.
Well, I'm comedian Terrence K. Williams, and I am sitting next to the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, and yes, y'all, this is crazy because Death of a Nation, I'm getting into Abraham Lincoln. You know, I've heard about him, but his story is to be told in here. And it's amazing how they compare Abraham Lincoln because he was the first president. I forgot the year, 18 something, y'all. I'm gonna get it. I wrote my notes down, but I don't have them with me right now. But he was the first president, Republican, I believe. And they're pretty much in that movie slash documentary, they're comparing him to Trump. Okay, so, oh man, it's beautiful. So it's whoa, y'all, this journey. But yes, it's amazing. So I just wanted to throw that in there because he had said something that kind of reminded me of Death of a Nation. But yes, most definitely. He said something about Abraham Lincoln. So most definitely, y'all, I'm gonna continue to finish that and give y'all a review on it. Let's get back into it.
Well, I'm comedian Terrence K. Williams, and I am sitting next to the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln.
Woo! Chills.
Angela Stanton King, founder of American King Foundation, recently pardoned by the greatest president ever.
Daryl Scott, Cleveland, Ohio, New Spirit Revival Center, Black Voices for Trump, Urban Revitalization Coalition. I'm a Johnny come lately here, but I believe in what this guy's doing.
That's right.
Let's go.
I'm Andre Berto, 2-time world champion. I'm here with my man Jack Bruce, support Trump, and here to make great things happen.
All right, y'all see now.
That's great. He's a great fighter.
Great
I didn't see you down there.
Mr. President, it's an honor. You truly are the best president since Abraham Lincoln.
Thank you.
My name is Mark Little. I'm the chairman of the board of the Center for Urban Renewal and Education, run by Star Parker, and it's an honor to be with each and every one of you.
Thank you, William.
Okay, let's go around the room.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Scott Turner, and I serve as the Executive Director for the White House Opportunity and Revitalization Council.
Thank you.
All right, Scott.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rob Smith. I'm America's favorite black gay Republican. I had my second coming out a couple of years ago in support of this administration and all the amazing things that are happening. So, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Let's go.
I'm Brooke Rollins. I have the amazing honor and blessing of serving as president now for 2 years and focusing on forgotten communities and communities that have never had a shot at the American dream until this man was elected president of the United States. So it continues to be my greatest honor. Thank you. And these are amazing friends here. So.
Let's go.
We
Amy Borelli. I'm with Black Voices for Trump and Women for Trump, and I just want to say I've taken a lot of arrows for you, but I am proud to do it because I appreciate everything you have done for the country.
Yeah. Let's go.
My name is Jared Kushner. I know all of you here, and I just want to thank you all. I tell the president all the time how proud I am of the job he's doing, but I want to tell all of you that I'm very proud of you. You've been great partners of this White House. You've come with ideas, you've come with suggestions, and every time I bring these ideas to the president, he always says, if these are the things that need to get done, let's do it. Let's spare the resource. Let's get it done. And what we've done together is we found pathways to really revitalize a lot of communities, but also revitalize a lot of people and create a lot of opportunity for people who didn't feel before. So I just want to thank all of you for your leadership in your communities and for helping us work to accomplish what we have under this president's leadership.
Thank you. Ooh, y'all, I'm getting chills.
Right behind you, I see through all of these cameras, we have one of our great stars. Will you please stand up? Okay.
Senior advisor to the President's re-election campaign, here in support of all of the great work that President Trump is doing. One of the reasons, and I don't even know if I've ever shared this with the President, that I supported Donald J. Trump as a candidate from the very beginning was because I knew he would fight for forgotten communities, and I knew that if we had elected Donald Trump as president, we could deliver a generation from Black children from poverty.
I'm Stacy Washington, and I'm the host of Stacy on the Right, and I've been supporting you from the moment you were the nominee.
That's right.
And after that, I have been amazed by the absolute way you've banished all of your naysayers when it comes to the pro-life issue, the religious freedom issues, the things that are nearest and dearest to my heart. I'm wearing my baby feet and then also my defense pin because you're the first president since I've been an adult, I'm a veteran, who's ever said we need to bring our troops home from Afghanistan. And I believe in what you're doing.
Yes.
And I thank you for it. We pray for you. And we are just ready for you to have 4 more years. So thank you for letting me come into the People's House and sit with you today.
Let's go.
I'm Evangelist Alveda King, Executive Director of Civil Rights for the Unborn and founder of Alveda King Ministries. People ask me all the time, what do you do for the president? I pray for the president. The other thing is, what has he done for you lately? And we don't have time. But promises made, promises kept. Saving little babies in the womb, bringing steel mills back, bringing jobs back to America, helping with the economy, reuniting our families, and the list goes on and on. Promises made, promises kept. And I'm old enough to say, I'm 69 years old. But having seen this, saying I'll do it, mostly with a smile, and getting it done. So I'm very grateful and getting that girl out of jail. Jesus. No, I'm not in jail. Pardon, Angela King. Pardon, Angela.
Your reference is so important for Angela.
Yes, sir.
And you told me what a wonderful person she is, and she was there for a long time and was going to be there for a long time. Do you want to mention that?
She's pardoned, and the first thing she did, because she cried, I don't remember, Jared remember, I called one day, I said, they chain women to the bed when they're having babies in jail. Oh, I remember. So that stopped. And then Angela called one day crying, Mom, the immigrants, but they separate us from our children here in America. I said, Jared.
On the red phone.
So then the day you called and said she was getting out, I said, sir, after I get up off the floor, I'll talk to you. So I'm just grateful. I'll be quiet.
That's great.
But thank you.
I'm very happy you told us about it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jack?
I'm Jack Brewer, former NFL player. Currently, I'm a professor at Fordham Gabelli School of Business. I've worked my entire life on underserved black communities, teaching my brothers and sisters from the NFL, now Fordham, in the inner cities doing community work. And I gotta say, Mr. President, I ran the NFL players for Obama, and I've been a Democrat all my life, in the Democratic House. And you changed me.
Wow.
You changed me, you touched me, and you made my work go to another level. You inspire me, and every time I go into those prisons and I ask my guys, you know, how many of you have had your sentence reduced, and they raise their hand, I know I'm doing God's work. So I thank you for that.
That's what's up. You see? Wow.
Mr. President, you had me at hello. And you started debating, and you were talking about unborn babies, and I saw you championing those babies. While on the other side, which is just like today, Democrats, they don't want to give any chance to unborn babies at all. I made a video, it went viral. I wound up writing a book about what I believed I saw that was taking place in our country called Why I Couldn't Stay Silent. And I just continue to be impressed and honored at how much you have stood up to your word, how much you've done for all Americans, and how that's...
Y'all heard that. Stood up to your word. Just in case y'all didn't.
Book about what I believed I saw that was taking place in our country called Why I Couldn't Stay Silent. And I just continue to be impressed and honored at how much you have stood up to your word, how much you've done for all Americans, and how that's risen the black community as well, how you champion the lives of unborn babies. And it is a privilege and an honor. David J. Harris Jr., by the way, I think I forgot to say that, but it's a privilege to be in airports and wear my
Wow.
I travel all over the country. I speak. I travel all over the country. I love showing folks that black Trump supporters do exist.
That's right.
And even more than that, it gives me an opportunity. I did just last night in Nashville, the opportunity to speak to black folks and Hispanics, but especially blacks. They look at my hat and say, why do you support this president? And when I rattle off all the things that you've done and why I support you, they say, wow, I didn't know that. Because they listen to the mainstream media. So that's why I'm also a news source at davidharrisjr.com to give people...
I didn't know that because I listened to the media. A lot of folks are, like I once was, media. Believe in what media says. Believe in the he say, she say. Again, too, a lot of us grew up in homes with family representing, like Democrats and all of that. So it's deeper. But the fact that when you're ready to actually wake up and expand your knowledge and know more, it's a beautiful, like I keep saying, it's a beautiful thing when you're able to do that. And like he said, he got the response, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know it either. I had to go research and I had to go looking. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to all of y'all for helping me, sending me the links to better add to what I'm learning already and what I've already learned. You get what I'm saying? It's so crazy because I say this, and we're going to get back into the video, but the reactions that I'm putting up now, I've already researched to the reactions. And the more links y'all send, I always find something new in a whole entire different video. And it's like, wow, so it adds to the truth. Like what I'm finding out already and what I've already, bagged up by researching and stuff. So it's amazing. Now to physically actually see this, hearing about it, you know what I'm saying? But actually being able to see it. Can you really sit here and say Trump is a racist? How? Y'all watching what I'm watching, right? It's a room full of white and black people. Majority of black sitting at the table with President Trump. Let's get into it. Hold up.
Love showing folks that black Trump supporters do exist.
That's
And even more than that, it gives me an opportunity. I did just last night in Nashville, the opportunity to speak to black folks and Hispanics, but especially blacks. They look at my hat and say, why do you support this president? And when I rattle off all the things that you've done and why I support you, they say, wow, I didn't know that. Because they listen to the mainstream media.
Wow.
So that's why I'm also a news source at davidharrisjr.com to give people the real news and not the twisted, liberal, left-driven news that is the mainstream media of today. It's an honor to support you 100%.
I actually saw you walking through the airport.
Let's go.
over the place. You know, that is a very famous clip. That was great, but I appreciate it, David. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Here's a guy doing a great job.
Mr. President, it's been an honor to serve with you from the beginning of the administration. You've made African Americans a priority. You gave me the opportunity to kind of work and do things that I didn't even know I could do. But we have results.
Yeah.
Great opportunity now. Historic investments into HBCUs, historic criminal justice reform, historic numbers for black unemployment rate, as well as historic investment in some of our most distressed communities. We have all the tools to create a renaissance in this country, and it's under your leadership. And all I got to say is the best is yet to come.
Ooh, let's go.
You knew you could do it. I didn't know. You knew you could do it. You had to do it. Great job.
Kareem, the American Dream Lanier. Urban Revitalization Coalition. I work with Dr. Gross Scott. Mr. President, from day one, you've kept your word to our community. You've done your job with your policies, with the criminal justice reform, with opportunity zones, with HBCUs. Now it's our job to get the word out about what you've done.
That's right. That's right.
We have a simple job. You've done the hard work for us. Now we just have to get out and push the message, because the mainstream media will not tell the people the great things you've done for our community, and we thank you.
That's right.
So my name is Derek Radinigo from Houston, Texas, oil and gas exec, who's been doubling as a influencer because I'm so motivated by this president. Thank you for having me.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Yes. Since we're having a competition, one person says 2016, Kareem said they won. As a kid. I'll tell you why. I grew up in a different California age. A Reagan-esque California. Grew up in Sacramento. Somewhat affluent means in a predominantly white neighborhood. And I remember times when there were affluent people, white people, who would say, Donald Trump, he shouldn't be hanging out with Mike Tyson. He shouldn't be hanging out with Don King. He shouldn't be on the plane with Michael Jackson. So the lies that I hear today, they really bother me. Because the Donald I knew enlightened me that a man of means could not see color.
That's right.
Come on now. Give a man a true chance to show himself, not judge him. That would make me able to sit at this table. I'm not a perfect male. But at the end of the day, I'm still here because I'm that. And I want to thank you for motivating me from when I was a child. And now I sit here all these years later around the table with the man that motivated me.
Wow. If this is not giving y'all chills right now, you on the wrong channel. Goodbye. Let's get it. Oh my gosh.
A child. And now I sit here all these years later around the table with the man that motivated me.
Wow.
Thank you.
Mr. President, Pastor Paula White, it's been my honor, and Derek, I won't take it back any longer, but to stand with you for 19 years in life and watch you, whether it was at Trump Tower, invite people of all different walks of life, from the lowest to the highest in society, of every different type of person, and now to serving in this administration. I agree. You are the greatest president, and will go down in history as you create history for all Americans.
It's hard not to get choked up. My name is Bruce Lavelle, and I've been with the president since day one. Pastor Darrell, I love you, and thank you for introducing me to Pastor
Look at my Candace.
President Trump. You know, when he said he wanted to defend the babies, I'm a rescue baby from an orphanage. When this president came out and says, what about adoption? I wonder where I would be, and I wonder what it would be like if this man was in office just defending the babies in the womb, or someone like me that was left abandoned in a home. That's very dear to me. You know, I'm one of the largest black-owned jewelry store owners. My wife that runs it. She's the boss in Atlanta. And guys, let me tell you, it's for the press. I'm just gonna, for the record, this president is about to resurrect and restore black generational wealth like you've never seen.
Yes,
Yes. Okay. Not only we talk about building, creating jobs in the community. Not only we talk about prison reform. Yeah, opportunity zone. But how many presidents says, you know, you build the grocery store, you build your business, you create your generational wealth, you restore your 401k.
Yes.
Come on.
Disconnect. And all the candidates that are leading in the Democrat Party, especially Biden, are the ones that started the prison reform bill.
Come on.
He sponsored it in '94.
Yes.
We're crying out loud. No flag on the stage. Where's the flag? For the, where is that? Thank God we have 100 flags when he's on the stage.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Jesus.
Yes.
You know, so guys, you know, this, yes, he will and is the greatest president for the African American community, black community, brown, mocha. Give me another one out there. I get one witness at the table. And the other thing, how are you out in the press for 45 years with all these friends traveling everywhere? And I was privileged to travel with in the beginning, opening the rallies. Thank God for Pastor Darrell, all the things we've been through. Now he runs for president. Now all of a sudden he's erased. How is that?
How?
Y'all know that's a lie?
You feel me? How? We watching this, so y'all see it. How?
It is
Y'all need
a
to
lie.
stop that.
And
I'm
Bruce,
so
he's
tired.
not colorblind. He can see.
Albeit, I know that.
He loves us.
I know
but
that.
hey,
Hey,
color is
you
good,
know
not
why?
bad. He can see Jesus give sight to the
Because
blind.
he loves God and he loves Christ, and
Yeah.
that is through him.
Whew.
And y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't be afraid to say it.
That's right. Let's go.
It irks me.
Oh, let's
It irks
go.
me when you call this man a rape. My skin crawls right
I know
now.
that's
I'm
right.
tired of it.
Me too.
My leg hurts. I got a new knee. I don't feel good.
There it is. There it is.
Ooh, let's go.
You attack him.
You attack.
You attack all.
Ooh. Y'all, I'm getting chills.
And I'm tired.
We all are.
We all
We're all
tired.
tired of it.
That's right.
We're all tired.
Family, I love you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jared, family, we pray for you. We pray for your
right.
family.
Ooh.
Thank you for sacrificing.
That's
Guys,
right.
he's losing money.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the
Give
only
this money
president
away.
that comes to the and loses money.
Well,
Everybody else that serves makes money.
Oh,
he loses
man.
money. And everyone knows that serve, myself, all of us who serve at the pleasure of the president lose money.
Ooh, y'all. I just got chills, y'all. He said he the only president that came to the Oval and lose money. They all losing money, but stand behind him. And for what y'all was telling me, he fronted his own self with everything. Trump fronted its entire, from him saying he finna run president to all the way into his own money. He just said he the only president that came up in that Oval and is losing money, and they're all with him losing money. I just got chills, yo. So y'all can see he doing it from here. He's doing it from here. Oh. Whew.
And everybody else that serves makes money.
That's right.
Yeah,
He loses money. And everyone knows that serve, myself, all of us who serve at the pleasure of the president lose money. It doesn't matter what level you're at. Don't forget that. There is no pay to play. There is no special interest. There is nothing that he owes anyone. I will run for president and I will not take special interest money and not be beholden to anyone except God.
And he did it.
Let's go.
You maximize your
I will say this.
You maximize your money.
I do lose a fortune being president.
Yeah.
Because we're doing very important work. But
That's
We go
right.
too far back.
you know, something I don't talk about, but I give my salary, it's $450,000.
Yes.
And surprisingly, now, it may be back in George Washington's day, but they don't think any other president has ever given the salary. It's $450,000.
Wow.
No, it's money.
It
And
is
again,
money. It's money.
I never had a story. I don't think I've ever had a story that I give it, but I guarantee if I was ever late, because it comes in quarterly, if I was ever late, it would be a front page story.
Sure would. Yeah. Sure would.
He's keeping
And to
them
the
up,
best
but
of
no
our
credit.
knowledge, we have not found another president that gave, but I appreciate what you just said.
Stuff y'all not seeing.
Amazing, Bruce.
The stuff media covers up. The stuff that y'all don't get to see.
If I was ever late, because it comes in quarterly, if I was ever late, it would be a front page story.
Sure would. Yeah. Sure would.
He's keeping
And to
them
the
up,
best
but
of
no
our
credit.
knowledge, we have not found another president that gave, but I appreciate what you just said. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Amazing, Bruce.
Woo, Bruce with the church.
My name is Paris Denard. Mr. President, thank you for appointing me to be a commissioner on the White House Fellows Commission. Serve on Black Voices for Trump and the advisory board. Work for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, which represents the publicly supported historically black colleges and universities. And sir, your first Black History Month celebration event, it was a small group of us who came to the White House. We met in the Roosevelt Room. Dr. Scott was there, Ron was there. And at that meeting, I told you that you have the potential to go down as one of the greatest presidents for the Black community.
Yes.
I didn't know if you were going to be able to do it, to be quite honest, because there's a great challenge moving from campaigning to actually governing and being president. That people can talk about all the things that you promised on the campaign trail, but that doesn't matter. The things that matter are the things that you've actually done in your position as president. And for the Black community, sir, you are changing lives. You are changing lives for generations.
Yes.
There are thousands of people, millions of people out there that
Feel like
will never
everybody,
get a chance
though.
to meet you, but they meet us. They see us, and they tell us all the time how appreciative they are, and their minds are opening. The things that Candace is doing with Blexit, and everything that the campaign is doing with opening up these centers that are going to be in dozens of cities across the country. It's because you are leading by example, and you're changing lives for the better. And I am so proud, and I'm honored to defend you, to support you, because it's easy. It's easy because the policies are making a difference. So on behalf of the millions of Black people that will never have this tremendous opportunity like we've been given today, I want to say thank you from my family, from my friends. Thank you for what you're doing, because you are changing lives. And in Black History Month, we are here to celebrate Black history, but we're also here to celebrate the fact that we have a president who's making Black history.
That's Candace.
My name is Candace Owens. According to the New York Post, I am Democrats' worst nightmare. I take great pride in being that. I obviously run the Blexit organization. I started the Blexit movement because I really just wanted to develop a route for all of the Black Americans to follow me away from the liberal ideas that I espoused in my youth. I know people are hitting at the mainstream media, but I gotta tell you, I thank you all for waking me up. For calling everything racist to the point that it made no sense, and I had to start digging because every single thing the man said couldn't have possibly been racist if he had been loved and celebrated for decades. So it is thanks to the lies, it is thanks to the left constantly overplaying their hand that so many Black Americans are waking up today. There's a fatigue setting in. We're genuinely just tired of being told that everything is racist and everything around us is white nationalism and white supremacy. You may have seen me testifying in Congress against the absurd hearing of Democrats pretending to care about what's hurting Black America at the same time that they murder millions of our babies. At the same time that they remove fathers from the home systematically via their welfare policies that they established. At the same time that they incarcerated our men for decades. So what I say to you all is thank you, keep going, and we will meet you at the finish line when we've cracked the Black vote.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm Diamond with Diamond and Silk. And Mr. President, there are those that write history. There's those that read history. And I want you to know that you are making history.
That's right.
I need you to understand understand that we not new to this, we true to this.
Come on now.
From day one.
Yep.
Day one. We have been on your side and
Yep.
we've never left it. Yeah.
Mm.
I keep hearing the left talking about they a champion for this and a champion for that. Well, when is a champion going to win? Because they ain't winning.
No.
Right.
Come on now.
But we done already found a champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
A true champion.
Yeah.
Right here in our president, President Donald J. Trump.
That's right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, first of all, for making Diamond and Silk famous.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. And let me tell you all two things. First of all, the first time we met him, he brought us on the stage and we didn't know it was going to happen. And the first thing that this businessman billionaire did was looked at us and said, I hope you monetizing this.
Yes.
Wow. Now wait a minute, you all.
Yo.
Wow.
This
Chills.
billionaire businessman who happened to be white, I ain't never had a black man come up.
That's true.
Obama didn't come and say, hey, I hope you monetize it. You couldn't have been sitting at this table up under an Obama administration. But here we sit here up under a Trump administration. This is a true champion. Now, let me say one more thing, because I can talk forever, then I'm going to let it go. President Trump is not a racist.
No, he's not.
What he is a realist.
Yes.
And the only color he sees is green.
Yes.
And he wants you to have some of it. You see,
We all bleed the same.
That's
We
right.
all bleed the same.
Because he's very patriotic. He
Yes.
loves this country. He loves America.
Yes.
And he loves Americans.
Yes.
Here's my last thing. I want everybody to make sure that you vote right so you won't get left. Vote red. R-E-D. Remove every Democrat by voting them out.
Oh, I love that saying. I need everybody to vote right so that you don't go left. Ooh, bars, okay? In the White House, and she didn't even know it. No, y'all, but oh man, y'all, if y'all could just see how many like goosebumps and chills I'm getting right now. Like, there's no way you finna tell me again or have me blindsided or tricked again to say that Donald Trump is a racist. No, because if Donald Trump was a racist, he would not even be sitting in a room with all these black people. And I'm just calling it how I see it. And this is what I'm seeing. If we're watching the same video and you don't see what I see, then something is wrong with your eyes. And you are definitely causing the problem. I see what I see. How is he? Please explain to me, how is he? Boy, stuff the media leave out. Let's get back into it, y'all. Go right, because you don't want to be left. Oh, let's get it.
Left. Come on. Vote red.
Hold on, I got to hear her say that again. Hold up.
What he is a realist.
Yes.
Now,
Realist.
the only color he sees is green.
Yes.
And he wants you to have some of it. You see,
We all
and blue?
bleed the same.
That's
We
right.
all bleed the same.
Because he's very patriotic. He
Yes.
loves this country. He loves America.
Yes.
And he loves Americans.
Yes.
Here's my last thing. I want everybody to make sure that you vote right so you won't get left. Vote red. R-E-D. Remove every Democrat by voting them out.
Wow. I'm Silk with Diamond and Silk. And I'm usually the quiet one and the silent one, but you know silent can be violent.
Ooh, okay, come on now.
Allow me to say this. First, I want to say thank you for allowing me, as a black woman, a seat at the table.
That's right.
You know, because this would not have happened under Obama administration. It happened under Trump administration.
Sad, man.
You
But
know, they always
true.
say, Mr. President, that, well, he's a little rough around the edges.
But
But I always reply back and letting them know that we need those rough edges to cut through all of the BS that be going on the Hill in Congress. We need somebody that's not going to go along just to get along with some smooth edges. We need somebody that don't have a problem with going toe-to-toe against the status quo.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's exactly what you did, Mr. President. We're in the middle. Diamond and Silk is in the middle of writing a book. Uprising, the awakening of Diamond and Silk. You know, while we're writing this book, there's little things that's coming back to us because we've been in this since 2015 from day one. And as we're writing, I'm looking at a lot of different things. Mr. President, we've come a long way.
Yes, we have.
A long ways at winning, winning, and winning. And you know what? They sing the song, I don't feel no ways tired.
Yeah.
But I hadn't got tired of winning. I don't feel it.
Okay.
So I just want to say thank you, Mr. President. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And November the 3rd, 2020, you will be the president of the United States.
All right, now. Y'all know what's coming up.
You know, my wife, the First Lady, said, it was a long time ago now. It's like 4 years ago.
5 years.
She said, there are two people that she was watching on the internet. They're the most incredible two people she's ever seen.
Wow.
I said, big deal. What is it? No, she said, you have to see this. And I saw it. It was, I guess, for almost 5 years. And I watched them, and they had such a spirit. And they were for me before I was even running. They were so early.
Oh.
And you have been such great.
So they were the ones he had mentioned in the rally, if I'm not mistaken. I've heard Trump mention them. So these are the ladies. Now I got to go and research what they do, you know, because I kept saying when she said it, when they first said their name, I was like, oh, that sounds familiar. But yeah, I believe it was in the rally that I just reacted to, those ladies. But they didn't show them, of course. But he gave them a shout out. So let me write this down real quick so I can research them. Okay. Silk. All right. Yeah, because I've heard him mention them. So that's who they are. Got it. Ha! All right, y'all, let's get back into it.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. And Candace, I will say that you're another one.
Yeah.
She saw you too. She said, I just saw somebody with the fastest, sharpest mouth and mind, by the way. You know, I know a lot with fast mouths, but they don't have it. And I said, let me take a look. And I looked.
Yeah.
And it was a long time ago already. You were really young. You're young. You were really young. But we appreciate it. We appreciate everybody in this room. And people have made such progress, and we're making tremendous progress. You know, something that happened recently that the press doesn't write about, but
listen,
every year, a group of wonderful people from the black colleges and universities would come up to my office. A lot of people, 40, 35, 50 one year. And after the second year, I said, how come you keep coming back? And they came back for money, Deneen, money. And I said, why do you have to come back? Other colleges have money. You don't come back every year. And one of the gentlemen, who's a great guy from one of the schools, good school, very good school, he said, we come back because we have to, because we need money, and we come back, and other schools don't have to because they want us to come back every single year. They want us to beg. He used that word. Wow. They want us to beg. Wow. And I said, because I was straight, it was the first year they came, and I didn't think anything unusual. The second year, and they come into the Oval Office, and big group. I heard of almost every one of the colleges and universities. And after the third year, I said, you shouldn't have to be coming. And while I'll miss you if you don't come, because they're very good people, I said, you should have a long-term deal. You shouldn't have to come back here like this. It's demeaning to you. He said, it is. We love being in the Oval Office, but nobody's ever had us in the Oval Office before. Wow. But it is demeaning to us to come back. And we just passed a bill where they're all set.
Yes.
They got the money, and it's long-term. And they don't have to see me. I'll miss them. I'll miss them, and they'll miss me. But you know what? Now they're all set, and they have a long-term future. They were saying things like, we can't even fix up areas, even if we have the money, because we're not sure that the next president or even you are going to approve it next year. Maybe for some reason you're not going to approve it. So that's one thing. And you've been hearing all about this, and they're a big heart of this nation. They do a fantastic job.
Wow.
And I got to know a little bit, and I said, so
You
we're
see
going to
that?
fix that up for you, and we're going to do it. And we did it, I don't know what the length is, but it's very long term.
10 years.
It's 10 years. So for 10 years.
Future Act.
So I don't know where I'm going to be in 10 years. I probably won't be seeing them, but it was I thought it was very unfair. Now, the press isn't going to write that.
They're not.
They're not going to write a lot of the things that were said in this room today because they just choose not to. I don't know why they choose not to. But so many nice things were said. We have tremendous media in this room. We have tremendous media no matter where I go, I guess. And I can honestly say that's been true before I was president too. So I don't know what it is. Someday somebody will explain that to me, but that's what it's been. I guess that's how I got to be president to a certain extent.
That's right.
But they don't explain those stories. They don't explain opportunity zones where Tim Scott from South Carolina, he'll be with me, I'm making a speech tomorrow, rally and sells out immediately. We have tremendous popularity in South Carolina. We're going to go down. Some people have said I'm trolling the Democrats, and maybe I am. We did it in Colorado. We did it in New Hampshire. No matter where we go, Iowa, no matter where we go, we have much bigger crowds. If one of the Pocahontas has 2,000 people, 2,000 people, they say, oh, what a crowd. And I'll have 15,000 people inside. And I tell you saw Colorado. We had 20, 25,000 people outside.
Outside. Y'all was telling me that too. Y'all was like, his rallies be so packed and stuff that it's full to capacity that people literally, it's even huge outside of his rallies. You understand? Speaking, he got a rally today starting at 4:00. I believe it's Arizona. So I'm definitely gonna make that, y'all. But I definitely had to come in, react to this. What I wasn't gonna just let this go because I've been asking to see, this link. And just like y'all are, and y'all stand on y'all words, conservatives, Republicans, I got the link. For the ones who are saying, oh, I'm putting out wrong information and not the truth and stuff like that, I'm only seeing one side, please send me the links. I want to see different. I want to see different. I would love to see different. But I've yet to see it. But everything I've researched and I've done on my channel so far has shown me nothing but truth. So if there is a lie, please send me the lie. I have yet to get any links showing me different. But yet comments of, oh, you just, you putting this in here, you putting that, and you ain't putting it out, but nothing, no, I've not got a link that's showing me any different. So you know what? I'm going to keep rolling with the truth. I'm going to keep researching for myself to bag the truth up. And that's it. And it's videos like this that have me further along going down the path that I'm going to choose to go to. This is my decision at the end of the day. And I'm just going to throw it out there. Since I've started this journey, I've seen nothing but great. Since I've been learning, this stuff has been going on for decades. It's crazy. But what I'm seeing and reacting to so far has made me keep digging and digging and digging and digging. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. So I ask again, is Donald Trump racist? Is he? Let's get into it.
And I'll have 15,000 people inside. And I tell you, you saw Colorado.
Yeah.
We had 20, 25,000 people outside.
Wow.
And 12,000
Outside,
people
waiting.
inside.
Waiting.
They don't say anything about the crowd. And the cameras don't cover the crowd.
Right.
My wife said, how was it tonight? I said, great. Didn't you see Jeff? He said, I heard it. But they never go around and show the stadium. They never do. So we put it on the internet. That's a great thing with the internet.
Thank goodness.
But as she said, but as I said, you can't disguise 25,000 or 15,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can't disguise that. Because when you hear that sound, it sounds like an Ohio State football game
That's
or,
right.
or an LSU or Alabama football game.
Yes.
So it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. But they don't talk about it. And yet, when Joe Biden, who's not sure what's happening,
Yeah.
or when he has an event,
Confused.
if he's got a crowd of, a small crowd, just a small crowd, they'll talk about how magnificent it was. And yet we'll have 25, 30,000. We went to South Jersey, and they actually reported it, which was shocking. We had 175,000 requests for tickets, 175,000. And South Jersey is closed during the winter, essentially. I mean, people are opening up their hotels, they're opening up their homes. But we had 175,000 requests for tickets, and the place was just swamped with tens of thousands of people outside. And they don't want to talk about it. The whole thing is sort of crazy. And I don't get it because it's so good for our country what's happening. And whether it's black or white or any other group, Asian, because you see what's happening with Asian, you see what's happening with Hispanic, the best unemployment rates for every group.
Yes.
Every group.
But very importantly for black, the best unemployment we've ever had. So we said every record, poverty numbers, the best you've ever had, the best we've ever had for a number of groups. But black people right now are having the best, statistically, the best numbers that you've ever had. It is really an honor. We have a situation with the virus. We've done a great job. The press won't give us credit for it. We have, in a world that has some big problems, you look at China and you look at industry between the two countries, and I did something that had never been done before, because it had never been done before. I closed our borders to certain areas of the world. I won't be specific because it's not nice to be, specific, but you understand where. And I closed the borders to certain areas of the world very early. We'd never closed the border before. We've never done that before.
Right.
And flights coming in and people coming in because they had a very early problem, and I closed them. I took a lot of heat from the Democrats. They said, what's he doing? Because anything I do, they'll do the opposite. Like with the wall. We want security in our country.
Yes.
If I would have said we will not build a wall, they would have
Yep.
insisted.
Yep.
And I should have done that.
Yeah. Oh my
If
goodness.
I did that, we would have no problem. Right, Jack?
I'm waiting for you to
So I should have said, you're right. I should have said we will not have a wall, and they would have insisted.
They
I
would have
had
built
built
a wall. Yep.
Perfect.
They would have
But
built it.
anyway, but we've done an incredible job
Yes,
because
we
we
have.
closed early, and actually the Democrats said I was a racist, not from black people's standpoint, but from Asian people's standpoint, from Chinese people's standpoint. They said I was a racist because I closed our country to people coming in from certain areas. They called me a racist. Wow.
No, sir.
These people are really in trouble. I'll tell you what, they've got problems. And now they say, oh, we have 15 people in this country that right now we brought in 40 from, these were Americans that were in trouble way outside near Japan. And we brought them in, and they're in quarantine and they're getting better. That was 40 or 42. We brought them in, which I felt we had to do. So they immediately said, it jumped from 15 to an extra 40.
Right.
Headline. And everyone said, no, we brought them in, Jack, because if we didn't, I mean, we're not going to let something happen. We had to do it. And I knew immediately that the press would add it in and say this, like it's catastrophic. But we've done a great job. Those people are all doing well. They're doing very well. The 15 of the 15, most of them are doing very well. One is quite sick, frankly. Most of them are doing really well. And the 15 will soon be down to 3 or 4 because we take them off the list as they get better. And they recuperate. Like if you have the flu, you recuperate, you get better. And they're recuperating. But think of it, we're at 15 people, and we would have been at many, many people had we not closed the border. So we don't take credit for it. The press doesn't write it. They wrote a story today. I gave a press conference last night that I thought was very good. It went very well. I know when it goes bad.
It was very good.
I know better than anybody in the world. If we say something, I know better than anybody. I mean, I don't go around like Biden where I'm in Ohio and I say, thank you very much, the people of Iowa. And I start screaming at them, no, you're in Ohio. This happens time after time. I don't say, we shot and killed 150 million people last year with guns, which is exactly half of our population. And nobody talks about it. Then they say, Terrence, oh, it's fine, he did wonderful tonight. That's one of those things not recoverable. If you say, as an example, I'm in New Hampshire, and I say that I'm in Iowa, you're dead. He gets away with it. If you say, if I ever said that we have to do something about guns. Last year we killed 150 million people. I guess he meant a tiny, like a lot, but still, a tiny fraction of that number. But if I ever said that, it may be career threatening. What he said, I mean, you heard him.
They flipped your words.
When he said it, he said, man, that was a big mistake. He's going to get killed. He didn't get killed. He did very well tonight. He was fabulous tonight. He said we killed 150 million.
No mistakes.
He makes some gaffes. He makes some gaffes. He's gaff prone. I'm actually not gaff prone. If you think about it, I make these massive speeches. I'd say 70, 80, the best speeches are the ones where I'm not on teleprompter, but teleprompter does make it a little bit easier. But I make them, I don't make gaffes.
Nope.
I get no credit for it. I don't get credit for these big crowds. I never get credit.
You do. Right.
People are starting to figure it out because the job numbers are so good and things are so good. But where we have really done a great job, I think, was what happened over the last couple of weeks with this, and it just, this is life. Things come up that you never even think about. Who would think that this was going to happen? You hear it starts with a problem that they have in China. And you say, that's too bad. And then it gets bigger and it starts much. Then I close the border.
Because I promise you, I was working for a job, and I won't say the name on here, but I've been with them for like 7 years, and they have like a business opened over there. So we was like literally at work sending them masks and sending them stuff or whatever. And we like, okay, dang, that's in China, that's happening. Not thinking that it was going to hit, like literally spread everywhere. It was crazy because here we are, stocking up masks and hand sanitizer and stuff and literally shipping it out to them. And then boom, we end up getting hit. So it was crazy, yo. And it was like you couldn't find masks or nothing nowhere when you needed to have it. Whew. And everything was like taking weeks and stuff if you have to order online. So yeah, it was crazy. But let's get back into it, y'all.
You hear it starts with a problem that they have in China. And you say, that's too bad. And then it gets bigger and it starts mushrooming. Then I close the border. I said, just in case. And we have 15 people instead of thousands of people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Could have been thousands of people. But we have 15 people who are almost all better now. But we do things, and it would be really nice if we could be recognized by the press fairly.
Yes.
And you know what? It would be really nice that if we do something wrong, we get criticized by the press. Yeah. But I gave a press conference yesterday that was really a very good press conference. And some people thought it was great, and most of you people saw it. It was covered live. One of the advantages is that I get covered live all the time. I like that better because they can't chop it up. I'd rather be live. But it was a very good press conference. And basically it was a calming press conference. It was a conference to say we're doing well. It was a conference where I took out these statistics which were recently done from Johns Hopkins, which is one of the great places in the country, where it says the United States is the most prepared nation.
Yes.
Think of that. Country's best prepared to deal with a pandemic.
Yeah.
So this was done by Johns Hopkins.
And that's fantastic.
Amazing. Y'all gotta excuse me. I feel like I'm at the table too. But I'm at home, but I'm at the table with them right now. So, but some of y'all probably at the table too. So, hey, let's continue to watch.
He's best prepared to deal with a pandemic.
Yeah.
So this was done by Johns Hopkins.
And that's fantastic.
Amazing. They don't count.
No problem.
Second is United Kingdom, then the Netherlands, Australia, Canada, Thailand, Sweden, Denmark, South Korea, Finland. Okay, so this is it. We're number one.
We're number one.
And then the
Number
Democrats
one.
go out. I see Schubert going out and these guys. Just a talking point. Frankly, I may do it if I was them, okay? I've been known to do this. And they ask me, how's he doing? Terribly. He's doing terribly. It's so bad. And I did say yesterday, first time, because I understand politics, I think I'm pretty well. I've only been doing it for a few years. And I think to the best of my knowledge, we're in the White House, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Talk Trump.
And, you know, politics is fine. But when it comes time to talk about pandemics or whatever you may want to call it, you got to get away from politics.
Yes.
And the Schumers, Chuck, and all these people, they can't. Nancy, you can't go out and just say terrible. It's terrible. We're doing incredibly. Think of it.
We are.
15 people out of billions of people.
Yeah.
15 people.
Yeah.
They're getting better, and soon they're all going to be better. Hopefully, one is in very serious shape, and we understand that, and we understand it very well. But we also have the other group, and they're all getting better. So I think it's an incredible achievement that our country's done. And one thing I have to pay tribute, we have, whether it's Dr. Fauci, we have the best people on earth. We have the most talented people on earth. We're giving whatever other countries need, we're helping them. Sometimes it's over phone, sometimes we're sending people, but we have to run our country too. A lot of people say, why isn't he in China? Well, you know, China has to want that, and other places have, but they're running it, and they're working very hard, I will tell you, and we're in very constant communication, President Xi and myself, very, very constant. But we are doing it, and by the way, their numbers seem to have, maybe they look like they're coming down, which eventually, hopefully, that's what's supposed to happen. But it's gone to other places, and those numbers will come down. We've done an incredible job in this country, and the professionals, and me, but forget, I did one thing that a lot of people disagreed with, including many of the professionals, closed the borders, because they said it's too serious a move. Took tremendous heat, was called everything, including David, racist, okay? I was called everything. And for a while I said maybe I shouldn't have done that, and now it turned out to be great because we have so few people that have been affected. But I just think it's really important for the media to report stories accurately.
That's right.
And they don't have to go overboard, but I tell you, they shouldn't go overboard the other way because they are trying to build this up, and they are doing things and saying things that are absolutely crazy. And they are really hurting our country. The fake news media. And it's not all fake, but much of it is. And they have to cover this very accurately. You know, it's different than covering other things. This country is doing great. We are in a position that few countries would be in. And if we didn't have the talent running this country, and all the way down from top to bottom, the job that these doctors have done, the job that the professionals are doing, and we're working with local hospitals, we're working with the states all over the country. And you know, I got criticized because I said $2.5 billion. That's a lot of money. See, $2.5 billion is a lot of money. And the Democrats said, "How dare he only ask for $2.5 billion? This never happened to me before. Usually, I ask for $2.5 billion. They say we're going to give you 10 cents. I asked for $2.5 billion. My people came. This is what we need. $2.5 billion. I said, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, y'all. So I'm definitely going to have to stop it here. I hope y'all enjoyed what you've seen so far. I hope that you were able to get out what you need to get out of it because, hey, this is stuff that media will not show, as they've stated plenty of times in here. And I'm so happy that I got to watch. I watched more than I wanted to watch for today, but hey, it was very interesting. And just to be able to hear to be able to witness and see this and hear things that the media have left out is just it's crazy to me. You know, like he said, the kids that kept coming back every year, and what he did to put passing the bill to stop that. Like, that's something they leave, like all the good stuff that he's done or whatever, they leave that out and flip it and twist it and stuff. Like, I kept hearing he was a racist, but by me just researching, getting these links and looking at them and watching these with y'all, I say again, and it's how? How? Y'all really make it make sense. This was beautiful. I had me a seat at the table. Y'all don't see my name up there, but it was up there. I'm at the table right now. But look, if y'all was interested in that, and I cut it off right at there because I know come on back for more. Part 2 gonna be up soon, y'all. Part 2. This is part 1. Now, if you made it all the way to the end of this, thank you. Okay? I appreciate y'all. Until the next President Trump attends the meeting and photo opportunity with black leaders, y'all, do me a favor. This is part 1. Okay? Part 2's coming. Be safe. Remain safe. Your girl is out. I've heard everything and seen everything I need to hear and see today. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. I'm finna get up out of here. Thank y'all for the emails. Thank y'all for the donations. Thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all for bagging up your mouths and sending links to prove to me, you know, what I'm learning on this journey. I appreciate y'all. For the other ones, you know who you are. Come on and send them links, okay? Send them. I'm waiting. And waiting. And waiting. And waiting. Y'all be safe. I'm out.